So this is how I implemented the TonConnect button into my navbar component. In order to do that, you have to search for TonConnect for React. This is the documentation for that. If you're using npm, you copy this code and paste in your terminal and press enter to install. But I've already done this already. Secondly, you're following the procedures here. You have to wrap your app with the TonConnect UI provider. In my case, it's the main.jsx. I wrapped the app component inside the TonConnect UI provider. Then lastly, you add the TonConnect button to the components which you want it to render. And in this case, I want the TonConnect button to render in the navbar components, as you can see, which is this. So by following these steps, you should be able to add the TonConnect button to your component of your choice or your project. As you can see here, here's the TonConnect button. It's already a pre-built UI component by Ton. As you can see, the universal UI component for initializing the connection. And as you can see here, by clicking on the button, it opens a modal that allows the user to connect any wallet of their choice.
We are trying to actually get the user's wallet balance. And now for us to achieve that, let's visit the TonAPI documentation, which you can access via the tonapi.io. So let's connect and try. Well, we redirected to the Ton console dashboard. As you can see, I'm already connected. Well, let me disconnect and reconnect for those who don't have any idea how to connect to the Ton console dashboard. So, if this is your first time on Ton console dashboard, you click on the connect via Telegram. Sorry, and it will connect your Telegram account to the Ton console dashboard. So for the purpose of this section, we need to create an API key, which can get from this Ton API here. Select API keys and click on create API key. Well, it depends on what you are building. So based on what I built, I selected the limited by IP, which is suitable for front end, and you click on create. It will generate an API key for you, and you have to give it a name. In this case, I gave my name, and here's the API key. You'd also have to copy it and paste in the notepad where we'll use in our code. After doing all this, you click on the documentation here. So here is the actual documentation on how to use Ton API, the Ton console, Ton keeper, and the rest. So what we are looking for is the REST API here. So here we're provided with two endpoints, the mainnet and the testnet endpoints. Well, now to decide on which one you want to use depends on what you are building. The work or the particular project that I was working on required testing the actual wallet addresses, so I chose the mainnet. So if your project requires, eventually you'd have to actually require testing or working with people's wallet address, so it's best you just go with mainnet endpoints. So we copy mainnet endpoints and paste in your notepad. So now we need to access the various endpoints, which you can get via the Swagger UI here. So it's loading. So here is the Swagger UI with various endpoints. As you can see, there's the get blockchain account transactions, get the accounts, get accounts. There are a lot of endpoints we can work with, but what we want to work with now to get the wallet balance is to get account endpoints, which is this here. Let's see if I can highlight this. So yeah, is it the get account endpoints. As you can see, it says get human friendly information about an account without low level details. This is what the JSON file looks like of someone's accounts use. As you can see, here's the balance. This is what we need, balance here. So let's go to our VS Code. Already done all that, but
Not important in our env file. we'll go to our Ton service.js, where we'll import the Ton API key and the Ton URL using the import.meta.env. Then we'll create the necessary header, which will take in the Ton API key for the authorization. Then write an asynchronous function, call it the get wallet balance function, which will take in an address as the argument, and then we'll fetch from this endpoint. This is the endpoint. Pass in necessary header, and we'll check if the response is okay. If it's not, throw an error, else return response.json or res.json. Then we'll go to the component where we want to implement this get wallet balance function. In my case, it's the navbar component. As you can see, I already imported the get wallet balance from Ton services. So that we'll write the use effects hook. So I would fetch the wallet balance the moment the user connects the wallet. You can see the fetch balance and asynchronous function. It checks if there's a wallet or if there's an address in that wallet. If there's none, it sets the balance to 0. Then our try and catch would await the get wallet balance. We are trying to get the wallet account address. We assign it to the response variable here. And the balance would be this response. If there is a balance, is an optional chaining. It checks if there's a balance in this response. Now, if there is a balance, would that response the balance divided by 1 billion, because the value would get from the JSON files in nanoton. So we want to convert it to ton. So we'll divide it by 1 billion to fix 9 decimal places. Else we'll return it to 0, or we'll assign it to 0. Then we'll set the balance to this balance here. Then we'll check for errors. Now let's check if that would work. Run this. Start the project using npm run dev. Shouldn't take long. Shouldn't take long. The connect wallet button is still loading. Okay, as you can see here, once I connect my wallet, I'll use my wallet in Telegram. Trying to take this long to load. Okay. Then permit it to connect. Then back to TonConnect. Go back to our project. As you can see, it's connected, and immediately it fetches my wallet balance and my transaction history. So basically that's it for this section. So for this section, we will be going through how we can actually send Ton coins from our wallet to a wallet address of our choice. So first off, we'll have to visit the Ton documentation. So you can scroll down and you find sending transactions. As you can see here, Ton has provided like a demo on how to send Ton coins to a specific address. Using this, we'd have to implement it in our project. Let's go to our VS Code. As you can see here, I already imported the TonConnect UI from the library we installed earlier. After that, we'll call it here. Then also, this is the function that performs the send transaction. As you can see here, it checks if the recipient's input is not empty. Also, it ensures that the amount is not less than 0. Then here is the transact function. As you can see here, let's go back to our documentation. Here, valid until, sorry, date.now plus 180. What this does is that states that we want it to be carried out in 5 minutes. Then the message array which contains the address is the recipient's address, which I already created a state for up here. And also the amount is the amount state, which I also created up here. We're multiplying the amount that we input by 1 billion because the function receives the value in nanotons, so we'll have to multiply by 1 billion. After that, we'll call the TonConnect UI.send transaction transacts this function. And here's a toast message that notifies user that the transaction has been sent.